punter Bradley Pinion has this one teed up, and we are underway from Atlanta. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. You talk about this Falcon defense. Now, they've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Gun. Start. 180. Start.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball. And sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. Well, this defense for the Falcons very strong in that victory a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football.
Here we go.
So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that's going to make it 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Looking to put a drive together. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Let's go now. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Go street. Motion. Keep pushing the ball downfield. Ready.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Penix. Sets up the screen to Robinson. They hold him only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down. The Falcons at 7-1 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
A quick throw outlined to Mooney. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that will bring up 3rd and 1. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll go for it. Here's Penix. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. You talk about this Bengals defense. They're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
Toss play to Robinson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Crossing route and complete. He's got Pitts. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter route.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Crew able to connect on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that they spend more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
Gun. 11 MT, 11 stop. Right 80, stop.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Looking deep here for Chase. At the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Evan McPherson for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we are tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a first or a second seed come playoff time.
Let's go. Ready?
A quick throw here out wide to Pitts. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A busy first quarter. His third catch of the afternoon is a first down. These two teams all tied after one. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready, set. Ready, go.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Two yards to go, second down. Robinson with another carry. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 66 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big game.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Darnell Mooney, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
Now that was simply frustrating for the defense. They did everything they were supposed to, including putting a hit on the quarterback as he delivered the ball. Yet, it still resulted in a touchdown against them.
And they're going to get the two-point conversion. This one's caught. And it stretches their lead up to 8. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Here is third down and 4.
Here we go. Big 13. Big shot.
Now it's Burrow. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far. And after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
11 MT.
From midfield now, Burrow looking deep here for Chase. And he's got it inside the 10. A big play there for Cincinnati. 41 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. They'll try and run forward Barkley. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
Here we go. 180.
Here's Burrow. And it's caught. Touchdown. Andre Yoshivas. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have come back to make it a 2-point game. They haven't fully climbed the mountain, but they've started the ascent here with that score.
I like that, right? I think they've left base camp now, okay? So they've started to move their way up the mountain. Long way to go, but at least they know it's manageable.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. He's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard
line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you,
that touchdown, Falcons! Bijan Robinson with his second touchdown here this first half. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Koo now for the point after. And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Makes the score Falcons 22, Bengals 14.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Here we go, here we go.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
First down.
Just made it sweet, people diabetic, they mouth get full of deceit. Let these cowards tell it, walking New Orleans with the etiquette and the yelling.
Gun. Stop.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Hey, stop.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. Now 2nd and 9.
Let's get set. Wide 80.
Now Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 19. That one goes for 24 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Here we go. Stop.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And they'll get him down right around the 16. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Here we go. Stop.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Here we go. Wide 80. 11. Stop.
Again, it's Barkley. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6, and I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on their defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
28-yard line.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Here we go, set.
Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
Another big play right there. And this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
Right back to Pitts again. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Robinson gets the toss on the right side. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson, his third touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So a toss play there does the trick as he's into the end zone.
And you don't run this unless you're sure you've got a guy who has the speed who can get to the edge, because what you're hoping for him to win the race to the corner and turn it upfield to the end zone.
Bengals 14. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing, and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Here we go, here we go. Right 80. Right up. Stop.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, if these guys are going to chomp into that deficit, they're going to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Right 80. Stop.
Now it's Burrow. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And this effort won't do it. He needed to get to the 45. He's a yard or two short. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Let's get set. Right 80. Stop.
They'll try and throw for it here. And he is caught. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
On fire, ready?
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Cincinnati.
Here we go. Right 80. Shot.
Burrow looking to pass. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on?
Gun. Shot. 180. Shot.
Burrow will throw. Completes it to Hardman. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
It's a gain of 14 and brings up second down at the 38-yard line.
On 2.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go. 11, mighty. Shot. 180.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go.
Here we go. Hey, can.
Chase, the motion man right.
Shot.
On 3rd down, Barkley. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Shot. 180. It's hot.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards.
Here we go.
Up the middle with Barkley. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. Troy Anderson, the man on the tackle.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Stop.
Burrow going to get this out to Chase. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Jamar Chase with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals get a bit closer. So a very important first drive of the 3rd quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line.
Robinson up the middle. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. Call that a 1/8 of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. A play fake. Now Penix. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. On the bootleg, it's Penix. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
From the 35, here's the 2nd down and 6.
Here we go. 180. 180.
They'll set up a throw. On the out route, he finds Hardman. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 75 yards rushing now for Barkley. It's a 1st down.
Here we go.
At the 11-yard line.
180.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
It's 2nd and inches.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Let's get set.
Now they send a man in motion right. Brooks will take this one in. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Sometimes offensive can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Here we go.
The Bengals will line up for the 2-point conversion.
180. Place high.
And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
36. Bengals 48. Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Penix. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. 191 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling, and this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Here's Penix. That's out wide here for Robinson. And the Falcons are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Check back, check back.
Algier is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
Well, that's going to bring up a big call now because he's unable to make the play himself on 2nd down. Now you just have to wonder, will they keep the ball in his hands on 3rd down?
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. They'll try and throw. Here's Penix. Touchdown, Falcons! Drake London from 3 yards out. And the Falcons sure look like they're going to be moving to 8-1 as they add on to their lead. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Bradley Pinion set
Now
to kick
Pinion
off.
with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Shot. 180. Right shot.
to throw. Burrow. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Here's second down.
Here we go, here we go. Right 80.
Here's Burrow. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one up. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Gun. Stop.
Burrow. Looking deep here for Chase. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Here we go.
Here's a handoff to Brooks running left. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Here we go. 12.
Throwing, Burrow. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Falcons force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Intercepted. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Now it's 2nd and 10. Toss play to Robinson. He is going to have a Falcons 1st down, and it would appear that that's going to be the one to do it. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. That one deep for London. That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
The Falcons 1st down. 1st and 10.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Falcons, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, Their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.